Welcome back. We are answering your questions about the coronavirus with Wesley Long Hospital's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Jeffrey Hatcher. Remember, you can text your questions. This is the last segment. This person is asking, if someone has recently tested positive for the virus, will they have the immunity and antibodies for the new strains?
We think so at this point. Again, some of it's going to be dependent on which new strains you're exposed to. Again, we have some doubts about how good the immunity will be against the South African strains, but it appears that the UK strain, you'll have good immunity to that.
To follow up, someone's asking, how are we getting the variant here in the States? Is it because people are traveling?
Yeah, it's been mostly from people. Has been from people traveling. So been some really neat epidemiological studies done by the folks from the CDC about how they've linked it to about 11 different travel events, and they can trace it all the way back until November of last year.
Mm-hmm. This person is asking, can you get COVID through a blood transfusion?
Not that I'm aware of. I have not heard of that. It's again, if you think about COVID, it's in the family of respiratory viruses, and so the way that you get it is by the virus coming in contact with your respiratory mucosa. So that's you're inhaling it, or somehow it's getting onto your nose or into your into your mouth.
Mm-hmm. This person says, can you please clear this up? I have heard more than once that they are inserting a chip in the vaccine shots.
This is a really unfortunate urban legend. There's no truth to this. I don't know what else to say about it. I've seen it as a gag on Facebook, but there's really nothing to support that.
Mm-hmm. This person is asking, can you choose which vaccine you want to take?
No, you really can't, and we're sort of limited by that and what we're given from the state in terms of which vaccine we get. And they're pretty much, as far as the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine, they're pretty much the same thing.
Mm-hmm. This person says, if you've taken the vaccine, can you spread the virus?
No, you can't. What you do when you get the vaccine is your body stimulates an antibody response to the antigen. So you never have the whole virus. There's never a virus making copies of itself, and that you would be excreting virus or coughing out virus.
These are kind of like two questions in one. How long does the vaccine last, and will we be getting the vaccine every single year?
That's a great question. We're not entirely sure about how long the vaccine lasts. The numbers have sort of been all over the place. I've seen it as short as 3 months, but again, we're still learning that. This is a new vaccine. Is it likely that we are going to get the vaccine every year? We don't know that yet. My personal gut on this is it probably will be. It'll probably end up being sort of like the flu, right? And that the flu vaccine is changed every year based on the strains that we've been most recently exposed to. So it may be that the coronavirus vaccine ends up being like that.
Except that this coronavirus has a much higher efficacy rate than the flu vaccine ever does.
That's true. So a good year for a match for the flu vaccine is around 60%. So, and right now, the vaccine that we have is about 95% efficacious.
Mm-hmm. This person is saying, can vitamins interfere with taking the shots for coronavirus?
Vitamins don't interfere with the vaccine.
And we have a couple of these. What about cortisone? If they get a cortisone shot, can they also get the vaccine?
You absolutely can get the vaccine. That's cortisone, and there are lots of other medicines that would fall in this class are immunosuppressants. So it may be that you may not have an absolutely optimal response to the vaccine, but we would encourage you to get the vaccine anyway.
Mm-hmm. Someone was asking, is there a vaccine like hangover for the first dose, the second dose, both of the doses?
So the first dose, most people would complain about just having a sore arm. In the second dose, more people, though not a majority of people, will complain about sort of almost like a flu-like illness, right? So they'll have some muscle aches, body aches, maybe some chills. So there is a difference between the two vaccines. And again, it's about the first dose is sort of priming your immune system, and then the second dose, your body recognizes that foreign antigen and has a very strong response to it. What that reaction that you're having tells you is that the vaccine is working.
Mm-hmm. This person is asking, will it be safe for breastfeeding mothers to get a vaccination?
That's a great question. We don't have data about breastfeeding moms, pregnant women, and kids yet. There are registries that are collecting the data about breastfeeding moms and pregnant women, but we don't have that data on any firm basis yet.
All right, and very quickly, I'm scheduled for second dose on Wednesday at the Coliseum. Do I have to call to confirm my appointment?
No, you don't. Most likely you should have gotten a call already to confirm that, but you probably don't need to do anything for that yourself.
They have scheduled it. You have it there by email or by text, and so that is it. Thank you so much. We so appreciate your time and expertise. In fact, we just got a text that says, thank you for being so helpful and informative. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for sending in your text questions.